Hello, everyone. I'm Loke. Tonight, you are far from everything. No walls of stone, no endless sea, no quiet halls filled with others. Only forest. Deep, wide, unbroken. You have been walking for a while. Not quickly, not with purpose. Just following a path that becomes less clear with each step, fading into the ground beneath fallen leaves and soft earth. The light is changing, slowly, evening settling in. The air is cooler here, not cold, just shaded, held beneath layers of branches that stretch above you, filtering the last of the daylight into soft, scattered patterns that move gently with the wind. You step forward. The ground gives slightly beneath your feet. Soft, uneven, natural. There is no hard surface here, no echo, only the quiet sound of leaves shifting under your weight. Step, pause, step. The forest does not respond. It does not watch. It does not change because you are here. And yet, it surrounds you completely. You can smell it. Damp wood, soil, something faint, green, alive, steady. It fills your breath without effort. In and out. The path fades again, almost gone now. But you continue, not because you must, but because there is something familiar ahead. Something you have seen before. Something waiting through the trees. A shape, small, still. A cabin, simple, wooden, set quietly between the trees as if it had always been part of them. Not built, but placed gently into the space without disturbing it. A faint light glows from within, warm, soft, steady. You approach, slowly. There is no urgency, no one waiting inside. No voice calling you, just the quiet presence of a place that offers shelter. You step closer. The wood of the cabin is worn, darkened by time. Edges soften, nothing sharp, nothing new. The door stands closed, not locked, never locked. You reach out. Your hand touches the surface. Dry. Slightly rough, familiar. You push it open. It moves easily. No sound. Inside, warmth. Not strong. Just enough. The air changes immediately. Less damp. More still. More contained. You step in. The door closes behind you. Gently. The space is small. Simple, a table, a chair, a place to rest. A small fire burns quietly, its light soft and steady, casting warm tones across the wood, pushing the shadows back just enough to make the room feel whole. Outside, something begins, very faint, very distant, a soft sound, barely there. Not heavy, not yet, just the first drops touching leaves far above, slow and scattered, like something arriving without needing to announce itself. You stand still, listening. The fire crackles softly. The rain answers, and between them, the world begins to close itself away from you. The rain inside. The door rests closed behind you. The walls hold their place, and slowly, the rain begins to grow. Not suddenly, not heavily, just more. At first, it is only a soft tapping, light, uneven, drops landing on leaves above, scattered across layers of branches that soften the sound, breaking it into small, separate moments. Then more follow, and more. The pattern begins to form, not loud, but steady, a quiet rhythm building itself outside, beyond the walls, beyond the roof, spreading across the forest in a way you cannot see, only hear. You step further in. The floor creaks slightly beneath your weight. A different sound now, dry, contained, separate from the rain. The fire continues to burn, low, even. It does not flicker wildly. It does not struggle. It simply remains. You sit, slowly. The chair is solid, wooden, unpadded, but steady. It holds you without shifting, without needing adjustment, grounding you in a way the forest floor never did. The rain grows again. Now it reaches the roof. A soft, continuous sound. Not sharp, not striking. Just present. A layer of sound that spreads above you, covering the space like a thin blanket, even and unbroken. You listen, not following each drop, just letting it exist. Outside, separate from you, safe from you. The window beside you gathers small traces of water. You notice it, drops forming slowly, holding for a moment, then slipping downward, leaving thin paths that catch light from the fire. They move without urgency, without pattern, each one choosing its own path. The sound above deepens, not louder, just fuller. The roof holds it, spreads it, softens it. The fire answers quietly, a small crack, a faint shift as wood settles into itself, releasing heat slowly, consistently, without interruption. The breathing slows, in and out. It matches the rhythm naturally, not the exact pattern, but the feeling of it. The steady presence, the repetition, the predictability. Your shoulders drop. A little more. Your hands rest. No movement. No reason to. The world outside continues. Rain falling, leaves shifting, wind barely touching the trees, but none of it reaches you directly. Rain's outside, held there, separated by wood, by warmth, by stillness. You are inside, dry, warm, still. The contrast becomes clear. The more the rain continues, the quieter. The more it moves, the less you need to. You remain seated, the fire glows. The repetition, the predictability. Your shoulders drop. A little more. Your hands rest. No movement. No reason to. The world outside continues. Rain falling, leaves shifting, wind barely touching the trees, but none of it reaches you directly. It remains outside, held there, separated by wood, by warmth, by stillness. You are inside, dry, warm, still. The contrast becomes clear. The more the rain continues, the quieter. The more it moves, the less you need to. You remain sated. The fire glows. The rain falls. And slowly, the rhythm begins to take over everything else. The light fades, slowly, almost without you noticing. The last traces of it slip away beyond the trees, leaving the forest outside darker, deeper, quieter in a way that feels complete. Night has arrived. You do not see it fully, but you feel it. The space outside the cabin becomes heavier, more distant, less defined, as if the world itself has stepped back, leaving only the sound of rain in its place. The rain continues, steady now, even, no longer changing, no longer building, just constant. It rests above you, around you, beyond you, forming a quiet layer that does not break, does not pause, does not ask to be followed. You sit, still. The fire burns lower, not fading, just settling. The flames are smaller now, slower, moving less, holding closer to the wood instead of reaching upward. The light softens, shadows stretch further, edges blur. The space becomes simpler, less to notice, less to hold on to. Your body responds, without thinking, without effort. Your shoulders drop again, your head lowers slightly. Your hands remain where they are, resting, unmoving. Your breathing slows, in and out, longer, more even. It no longer follows the rain. It no longer follows anything. It simply continues. The sound of the rain changes in a different way now. Not in volume, not in rhythm, but in how you hear it. It moves further away, not physically, but in your awareness. It becomes something that surrounds you without needing attention, something that exists without asking to be noticed. Like a distant current, always there, always moving, but never pulling you hear it. It moves further away, not physically, but in your awareness. And something that surrounds you without needing attention, something that exists without asking to be noticed. Like a distant current, always there, all moving, but never pulling you hear it. It moves further away, not physically, but in your awareness. It becomes something that surrounds you without needing attention, something that exists without asking to be noticed. Like a distant current, always there, always moving, but never pulling you. The window beside you shows only darkness now. The trees are gone, hidden. The world outside has become shapes and shadows, broken only by the faint movement of water tracing slow paths down the glass. You do not focus on it. You do not need to. Your thoughts begin to soften. They do not stop. They simply lose their edges, arriving slower, leaving faster, not holding form for long enough to matter. You do not follow them. You let them pass. Your body feels heavier, not tired, not strained, just settled, as if each part of you has found its place and no longer needs to move. Your arms, still, your hands, resting, Your breath, slow, even, uninterrupted. The fire shifts slightly, a small sound, then stillness again. The rain continues, unchanging, unending, and between the two, you begin to drift. Not asleep, not fully awake, somewhere in between, where time moves differently, where nothing needs to happen, where everything already is. You remain there, held by the quiet, carried by the rhythm, and slowly, very slowly, you begin to let go. For a while, nothing changes. The rain continues, the fire remains, and you stay where you are. Then something shifts, very slightly, almost too soft to notice. The wind begins, not strong, not sudden. Just a gentle movement passing through the trees outside, brushing against leaves already heavy with rain, causing them to shift, to release droplets in small, uneven patterns. You hear not as a separate sound, but as something layered within the rain, a soft movement, a change in texture. The steady rhythm becomes slightly less uniform, touched by something that moves through it rather than replacing it. The cabin responds, quietly, a faint creak in the wood, not loud, not sharp, just the natural sound of something solid adjusting to the air around it, settling into place again. You remain still. There is no need to react, no need to listen closely. It is simply part of the space now. The roof carries the rain as before, steady, even. But now, at times, the wind shifts the pattern. Some drops land faster, some slower. A brief change, then it returns. You notice it, and then you stop noticing. Your breathing remains slow, unaffected, in and out. It continues without following those outside, without adjusting to them, holding its own quiet rhythm, steady and unbroken. Move again, a little more this time. Not enough to disturb, only enough to exist. Branches sway, leaves brush against one another, releasing soft, layered sounds that blend with it, deepening it, making it feel fuller, more alive, without ever becoming overwhelming. The window shows only fragments now, dark shapes, slow movement, water tracing its path down the glass, catching small reflections of firelight before disappearing again. Your body does not follow. It does not turn. It does not engage. It remains where it is, heavier now, more settled, as if the movement outside had allowed you to release even more, to let go of the last small parts that were still holding on. Your shoulders sink, your arms rest deeper, your hands remain still. There is no impulse to move, no reason to. The world continues outside, rain falling, wind passing, trees shifting, but inside, nothing changes. The fire glows, soft, low, steady, and you remain within that stillness, protected from the movement, separated from it, held in a space where everything can continue without you needing to respond. Your thoughts grow quieter, further apart, slower, They do not hold. They do not stay. They pass like the wind outside, touching lightly, then gone. You do not follow them. You let them move, and as they do, you drift further, away from the edges of awareness, closer to rest, closer to sleep. The wind softens, not disappearing, just easing. The movement outside becomes less defined again, returning to something familiar, something steady, something that no longer draws your attention. The rain remains, constant, unbroken. It settles into a rhythm you no longer follow, a sound that surrounds you without asking to be heard, without change, without needing to guide you anywhere. The cabin holds, unmoved, unchanged. The wood no longer creaks, the walls remain still. Everything returns to quiet. Inside, the fire burns low, very low now, not fading away, just resting. The light is softer, darker. It reaches less of the room, leaving corners in shadow, leaving shapes simpler, less defined, easier to let go of. You remain seated, or perhaps you have shifted. You do not remember when. You do not need to. Your body has already found its place. Your shoulders are fully relaxed, your arms heavy, your hands still. There is no movement left in them. No need for it. Your breathing slows again, in and out, longer, softer, deeper. It no longer feels like something you are doing. It simply happens. The rain continues, the same, always the same. Each moment blending into the next, without edges, without separation, forming a continuous presence that fills the space outside without entering, without disturbing. Your thoughts grow not gone, just distant, like something remembered without detail. They come, but they do not stay. They pass before you can hold them, before they can form. You do not follow. You do not need to. Your body has already found its place. Your shoulders are fully relaxed. Your arms heavy. Your hands still. There is no movement left in them. No need for it. Your breathing slows again. In and out. Longer. Softer. Deeper. It no longer feels like something you are doing. It simply happens. The rain continues. The same. Always the same. Each moment blending into the next, without edges, without separation, forming a continuous presence that fills the space outside without entering, without disturbing. Your thoughts grow faint, not gone, just distant, like something remembered without detail. They come, but they do not stay. They pass, before you can hold them, before they can form. You do not follow. You do not return to them. There is nothing there you need. Your body feels heavier now, not uncomfortable, not pressed, just supported. As if the floor beneath that, and the earth beneath everything are all holding you at once, quietly, completely. The room grows simpler. Fire, a shadow, the faint outline of the window, and beyond that, nothing you need to see, nothing you need to understand, nothing you need to notice. You remain here, inside, warm, dry, still. The rain continues. Nothing needs to. The world outside moves. The rain falls. The trees stand. The night stretches on. But none of it reaches you. It stays beyond the walls, held there, separate, safe. Inside, there is only stillness. Your body is completely at rest. Your shoulders are loose. Your arms are heavy. Your hands remain still. There is no effort left anywhere. Your breathing slows again, in and out, longer, softer, deeper. It happens without you, without thought, without control. If you are lying down, feel the surface beneath you supporting your body, steady and unmoving. If you are sitting, notice the weight of your legs, the calm in your shoulders, the quiet stillness that is formed. Let it stay. There is nothing you need to adjust, nothing you need to change. The rain becomes distant, not quieter, just further away, like something you no longer need to follow. Your thoughts soften again, slower now, less clear. They arrive and disappear before they fully form. You do not follow them. You let them pass. There is nothing to hold, nothing to return to. Only this moment, only this quiet, only this gentle, endless rest. Your eyes grow heavy. You do not resist. There is no reason to stay awake. Nothing waiting. Nothing unfinished. Only rest. Only stillness. Only sleep. Think of the quiet you felt. The rain. The warmth. The calm that held you here. Let it carry you further. May your night be peaceful, your dreams light, and your body rest well. And when you wake tomorrow, carry with you this calm, this stillness, this quiet strength that asks nothing and holds everything. There is nothing more you need to do, nothing more you need to hold on to. Just rest, just drift, just sleep. Thank you for being here with me tonight, for slowing down, for stepping away, even for a moment, into a place where nothing was required of you. If this helped you relax, you can always return for another story, another place, another quiet night. For now, sleep well, and I'll see you in the next one.